friends, he told us these words solely for the sake of Allah. Because he told us with his class, these words are still with us even though he has passed away from this world for 10 years. He told us honor was in the remembrance of Allah. And my dear friends, we saw wherever he went, the people of this world honored him. Because the Lord, the Most High, honored him, my dear friends. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala chose him as his friend, the people chose him as a friend. And I remember that when he passed from this world, he always told us that baka, permanence, was in the remembrance of Allah. Not a Sangi, not a follower. I remember one of the ulama, the local ulama, saw a dream after which the Sheikh had passed away. This was the conclusion of his life. This is what he taught us, my dear friends. So others saw what the conclusion of his life. He said that when he passed, the alim said that one day he comes and tells the Sabzadagan that he saw a dream after the Sheikh had just deceased. That he says he comes and he says, at that time Shadpur Shareef is still in construction and the Sheikh has just been buried. And he sees, he comes into the Shadpur Shareef and he says that he sees the Sheikh, one body of the Sheikh lying within the grave and another body of the Sheikh sat outside the tomb, remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And he is bewildered. He asks Hazrat Sahab, he said, Hazur, what are you reading upon these stones? And he says, oh Maulana, do you not know it is time, it is the time after Fajr. It is our tradition that we read the Khatame Khwajagan. And he says, oh Sheikh, would you have passed from this world? He said, and the Sheikh replies, whatever we did in the world, that is what we are doing.
Nare Takbir! Nare Risala! Nare Tahqiq! Jashn Milad Mustafa! Shane Sadiq Akbar! Hadur Khada Khajgan! Jive Jive! Luna Jive! Allahu! Allahu! Allahu!
Are Haidari!
And then the alim asked him, Hazur, you have one wajood sat outside. What is the significance of this body? And what is the significance of the body in the grave? And the Sheikh replies, the body in the grave is that body of every man that passes away and decays. But he says this, the body sat outside, this is the body of permanence. This is the body that is created by the zikr of Allah. This is the body that is created with the salawat upon his messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This is the honor that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given this fakir through the remembrance of Allah.
Alay Takbir! Alay Risala! Sallallahu ya Shadpur Shareef! Jive! 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 Khada Jive!
Dear friends, this was his purpose. This was his aim, to create this intoxication within his murideen, that whatever breath they take consciously, that whatever breath they take, when they inhale they think of Allah, and when they exhale they think of who, my dear friends. This was the purpose of his tawajjuh. My dear friends, he came with a purpose. The Khajagan of this path come within his purpose. Because Sayyidina Siddiq Akbar, that is all he did. He read the kitab of the Chair of Rasulullah. And my dear friends, this is the faizan of the Tariqat al-Naqshbandiyah, that the murid sees the chair of his Shaykh, and within the chair of his Shaykh, he sees the chair of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And my dear friends, our Shaykh, he transmitted this color. We only sat with him for a short period of time, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala changed our darkness into light, my dear friends. But the Shaykh sat in front of us. He took the nigah of the Khajagan for 27 years, my dear friends. Some of us aren't even 27 years old. Those who have spent their lives in this world for 27 years, they have taken on businesses, they have taken on wealth, they have expanded many frontiers, my dear friends. They have gone far in the dunya. But those men who have started in the company of the Khajagan for 27 years, do not belittle their effort, my dear friends. Those who are sat in front of them, the Sheikh who is sat in front of us, he is a conclusion of the nazar of our Sheikh, my dear friends. My dear friends, it is the way of the Shayukh of the Naqshband that they do not leave this world until they create a few that are like them, who are fana like them, my dear friends, and then their purpose is achieved. Our Shaykh, he did not create one, my dear friends. He created many Khajagan like him. And those who sit in their company, they take on the same color as the Murids took on the color in the time of Hazrat Khaja Sufi Muhammad Aslam. My dear friends, if we are to remain fortunate, Allah's Rasul told us that if we attend the gatherings of the zikr, the unfortunate will become the fortunate, my dear friends. This is why we attend these gatherings, to do the ziyarat of the Salihin, to sit in their company, to remember Allah. And as their nikah falls upon us, my dear friends, it changes our dark hearts, our hearts that have aspirations just for the lower dunya. It changes them within a short period of time towards an aspiration that a man wants to be close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He wants to prepare to meet his Lord, and he wants to prepare to meet him in a good way. He wants to take a sound heart to him, and heart without corruption. And my dear friends, the corruption can only be removed by their Nazar Karam. I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forever keep us in the love of the early zikr. And when the Lord raises us, may the Lord raise us in the love of the early zikr.
MashaAllah, this was Khalifa Majaz, Dr. Sufi Kamar Bostan Sahib, who was so beautifully speaking on Shani Sayyidina Siddiq Akbar radiyallahu ta'ala an, and sharing a few of his experiences of Grand Shaykh Rahmatullahi ta'ala alayh. Muhtaram Dr. Sahib spoke on the incident in which Sayyidina Siddiq Akbar radiyallahu ta'ala an carried Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam on his fortunate shoulders and went to the Ghar-e Thawr, the cave on the mountain of Thawr in Makkah al-Mukarramah. Now if we look at the history, Nachiz will just share with you for a few moments a very important point. If we look at the history of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, the mu'mineen, the Sahaba, the awliya Allah, the cave plays a very distinct role. When Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam was given the first ayat of the Holy Quran, where was he? In the cave of Hira. When Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam made Sayyidina Siddiq Akbar the custodian and the holder of all the secrets of the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam, where were they? In the cave. When the 7 servants, slaves of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the 8th being the dog, retreated, where were they? In a cave. Allah and His Habib alayhi salatu wassalam. And if you study the life of many awliya Allah, the cave plays a very, very distinct role in the life of the Messenger and the Salihin. Now, the founder of Khajagan, Sirr Silsila Aliyah, Hazrat Khaja Shaykh Abdul Khaliq al-Qajdawani radiyallahu ta'ala an, laid down some principles of the Khajagan. First being the attention of the breath, Hosh Dardam. The second being Nazar Bar Qadam. Third being Khalwatul Anjuman. Fourth being Safar Darwatan. And it is this that Nachiz wants to speak on just for a few moments. Many of the awliya Allah, especially from Silsila Naqshband, talk about returning to the cave. They instruct all of their murid, return to the cave. Safar Darwatan, return to your homeland. And the homeland, the origin of Silsila Naqshbandiya Mujaddadiya is the cave Ghar-e Thawr. Because it was in this cave Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, whatever Allah put into my heart, I poured into the heart of Siddiq. It was in this cave the ruh of Sayyidina Shaykh Abdul Khaliq al-Qajdawani was summoned by Siddiq Akbar and was gifted Khatam al-Khajagan. It was in this cave that every single follower of Silsila Naqshband till the day of Qiyamah, their ruh was cold and they were given bayat on the hand of Siddiq Akbar in this cave. But the question is, my dear brothers And if you just think for a moment, a point Mohtaram Dr. Sahab touched on, when